What is linearity in MSA? What is linearity in measurement system analysis? Hey there, I'm Arun Sharma. I'm founder of Submastery. Submastery is helping working professionals in getting ahead in life and career through our online courses, certification and membership. If you look at this one term which you say linearity, what does this linearity stands for and what's the relevance of this and why do we need to calculate the linearity, or why do we need to identify the linearity issue in the MSA? So if you look at linearity, what do you mean by linearity? Like, that's the first question. So when you say linearity is basically a bias over a range. That means a bias at different readings or different range. If you look at bias, basically bias is an error, which is a difference between observed average value and the reference value. So bias, basically, if you look at, that's the error which is given by the during calibration. You identify that, maybe in-house or external calibration, you identify what's the bias, what's the error at some particular readings. It could be at 10 mm, let's say 50 mm, or 150 or 200 if you are taking a case of vernier caliper. Then what is this linearity? So linearity is basically a bias over a period of range. That means that if your error will change or will remain same over a period of range. Let us think about this. Suppose like at 10 mm the error is 0.01, okay, and if 50 mm the error remains same, the bias remains same, that means 0.01, and in 100 mm the bias remains same, 0.01, which is okay, right? Why we can say that there is no linearity issue? Why? Because if you look at, the bias is constant, the error is constant. You can use that instrument just by putting one sticker telling that this instrument has an error, but the error is constant at different range, so that won't be a big issue. But think about this, like at different range, if the bias is different, if the error is different, let's say at 10 mm the error is plus 0.01, at 50 mm the error become minus 0.02, at 100 mm the error become minus 0.04, and at 150 or 200 mm the error become again plus 0.02. So you can think about this, like there, what is happening in this case, the bias or the error is changing. The error is not constant, so that means there is a linearity issue. And you can plot this like in a graphical form as well, wherein you can x-axis you can plot the range, and y-axis you can plot the bias on the both side, positive and negative, and then you can look at what is happening in that particular a graph or figure, wherein if your axis it's straight, or it's it's parallel, it's cutting the x-axis. So what is desired? Desired is like the bias, if constant, that's best. If bias is changing over a period of range, that is not what we want. So in a broader way, like I try to explain the purpose and the meaning of linearity. So linearity is basically a study of bias over a period of range. And why do you need to identify that? Because you don't want to be confused with the different range. At different range, you don't want to have different bias or different error. And if you look at the calibration report, in the calibration report you can identify that, although most of the time we see that much time people don't identify that. In the calibration report you can look at the bias which is given over a period of at different range, and you can also plot with graphical method and get to know that if linearity is an issue or not. So I hope you got some clarity. If you more details, like, you can surely visit www.submastery.com. Arun Sharma this side, and do like this video, share this with your friends, and hit the subscribe button so that you can get to know more videos, more audio like this. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the video.